So excited, guys. I don't know why I'm the one who is excited living in the village where there are not very many people there, no a lot of interactions, but I feel, look at this environment, look at it, very cool. This is where we live, and this is where we are constructing the hatchery. And I want us, before we even continue on the process of constructing, we want you to understand about the key considerations you need to put across before you construct even the hatchery. But look at this place. I have some trees here, as you can see. They gave me some trees, and I have some maize here, as you can see. So look at this one. I have my little forest here. I will show you the importance of this forest when constructing your own hatchery. And as you can see, let me take you around so that you may be able to see the place very well. I have a neighbor over there who is there, but he was also asking me to, if I have money, I can add that place. It's a quarter an acre of land. Then I have all these pieces of land. The hatchery we are constructing over there. So that's where we are constructing. And you might be wondering, what did we put into consideration so that we may have the hatchery at that point? So you can see, I also have some good maize here, around 1 acre, which I'm also going to harvest. And I'm going to have some for formulating feed for my chicken. And do you know, farmers, by the way, poultry feeds for you to formulate a good quality feed, whole maize takes around 90%. Not 90 really per se, but is almost 90, but it goes up to 80%. 80% of the poultry feed components is around 70 to 80%. But you can see I have some good maize here, very nice ones. You can see. So I'll be enjoying my maize here as I'll be waiting now for my hatchery to finish. So I'm having my hatchery over there. I don't know whether you are able to see it over there. So that's where the hatchery is, and we are going to have it there so that we may be able to walk with you step by step, so that you may be able not be able to make a mistake. So we want to look on the key components when constructing a hatchery. Number one, we looked on the location of this hatchery, and the one thing we looked on the location, and we identified a site. So you realize the site should be 500 meters away from any poultry farm, and you can see there is no poultry farm anywhere near me. It's just my neighbors at the farthest end, just my neighbors on the other side there. So this will ensure that biosecurity levels are maintained, and you will have very few people now interacting with the hatchery. So there is no instance you are going to have an infection coming in your hatchery. And also you realize, as long as we are going to have the hatchery here, we are going also to have a demonstration farm on part of this farm you are seeing here. So the demonstration farm, we are going to have it on the separate side. We are going to have one small machine, like 1056 machine, where the farmers will be learning about hatching process step by step. You need to have access to clean water and electricity, and I've shown you. You can see that is a school neighboring me, and we have some, as we have shown on the previous video, water is very near here. Around that meters you are going to get water. There is good road network over there, as you have seen. And you realize the place should be elevated to prevent flooding. You can see this place is fairly slopey, as you can see from this side. So you need to ensure that. Number two, you need to look on the hatchery layout plan. You realize, for you to construct a good hatchery, there are some considerations you need to put into place. Number one, you realize the hatchery should be constructed in a linear flow for egg reception out to the chicks dispatch at the end when you are constructing your own hatchery. So the main sections are, number one, you need to have the egg receiving at the storage room. The storage room should be 16 to 18 degrees Celsius. You realize when you store these eggs for a temperature which is above 18 degrees Celsius, what normally happens, they normally start to, the embryo starts to develop with this temperature, and what normally happens, the embryo dies at this stage. So we are going to show you that compartment in the first place when you'll be now constructing the poultry house. Sorry, not the hatchery house. So we are going to show you that compartment, and we are going to ensure that. And if the temperature will not be able to regulate, so we are going to ensure that house is constructed very high, the roof will be very high. If the temperature will not be benign and normal conditions, we are going to install our air conditioner, which is going now to assist us to ensure that we get heat right instead of guessing, and also guessing with the investment. So you realize also the egg setting room is the second part compartment, which we are going now to have. Here we are going now to have the egg setters, where we now set the eggs from day 1 to day 18. In this case, the egg setters, you realize they will be located in a separate room from the egg hatchers, because the egg setters, the egg incubators are always very dirty, because this is where now we normally put the hatch. There is a lot of dust, so we are going to have the setters on their own place. In this place, we are going to ensure that the humidity is between 55 to 70. If it goes beyond there, then what will happen next is that the embryo is also going to die, and also what will happen, you realize you'll get a low hatch rate. So I'm just fascinated by this kind of maze over here. It's very nice one. So another thing you need to consider in the hatcher room, it should be around that 7.5 degrees Celsius. The hatchery room, where we are going now to have the hatchers, you need a temperature of that 6.7 and a humidity of around 65 to 70, which is now the optimal temperature for the chicks to hatch. The fourth compartment is the chick handling room. Here we do now the sexing. For example, you have seen in the previous where we have told you if you need like the females alone, we are going to ensure that we'll give you the females alone, and we are also going to give you the males alone if you need either any of them. So here there is now the sexing, and what normally happens in the sexing, what follows is now the vaccination. Then after the vaccination, we normally do the packaging. This is the space where we will also going to place the boxes, and I'm going to show you the place. Then now the last part room is the chicks holding and the dispatch area. This is now a temperature controlled room, which we are going to show you as we'll be continuing now with the process of hatching. Then we will have our waste disposal area, where we are going now to have the egg shells disposed, and the infertile eggs and the dead chicks. But what we are going to do, we are going to have around 2 to 5 pigs, which are going to consume on this, so that we may not have wastage when it comes to that. Then we are also going to have a sanitation and a disinfection point, where we are going to do our disinfection to ensure that there is no entry of any disease in the hatchery, to ensure that we do the right thing and we deliver the best of the best to our clients at any time. Let's go now to the next consideration. The third consideration we normally look at is the construction materials. You realize the walls, you need to construct the walls with a material which is easy for you to allow you to do a ventilation, and it should be easily washable, because sometimes it may get dirty. And the roof, you need to insulate the roof. I'm going to show you what we are going to do in this case. We are going to have a ceiling on the roof, but we are going to use the board ceiling, so that we may be able now to prevent excess heat which might end in the hatchery room and also destroy the hatching eggs. So guys, you can see my maze, how it looks like. I'm so happy. It's doing very nice. I'm going to have a bumper harvest. Then we are not going to have windows in this case. We are going only to have the louvers and the ventilators. So the fourth consideration is the ventilation and temperature control. We are going to show you the airflow, how it gets in the hatchery. We are going to install some fans in this case to ensure that the temperature is controlled. We are going also to ensure some biosecurity measures. I did have enough money, but as usual, what I have done, I have started the construction. You can see it's going over there. Then I'm going to have a perimeter wall at the end. Then I will restrict access through a gate, which I'm going to have it over there, so that no people can get in there. And if you are going to access inside there, we are going now to have a foot bath and a place where you can the staff can be changing their clothes when they come now to handle the chicks in the hatchery. So the other thing you need to be put into consideration is the utilities. You need to have a reliable source of water, reliable source of waste management. You need a reliable backup generator, so that in case you have a power blackout, you'll not be able now to have a low hatch rate, because the power went away. So these are just some of the factors you need to put into consideration before even thinking of constructing a hatchery. But if you don't have this, start slowly. For example, me, I don't have a lot of money. I'm just trying from the little money I normally get from the orders which you give me. Just do this. You can start with a simple structure. I'm going to do a flat roof hatchery by the way for the beginning. But if I could have enough money, I would have done a hatchery which is now a gable roof, and I will do even a ultra modern hatchery. But it's a small hatchery which is going to accommodate around 52,000 eggs a time. So I'm going to have it here so that you may be able to learn. So guys, don't guess while I'm here. Guys, I'm not only helping you to start your poultry farm. I will supply you with the quality Sasso F1 chicks at 95 Kenya shillings, commercial layers at 160, and I will also give you now the broilers at 100 Kenya shillings. So no time for struggle. I'm your #1 poultry plug, and I will ensure that you succeed as you begin your poultry farm. We will walk you the journey out to the market. So you can give us a call. Our number is on bio, and we will be glad to assist you launch your poultry farm. Thank you so much, guys. Let's meet on the next video as we are going to see on the progress of our hatchery.